Anyway, hello you beautiful lot. Welcome to today's episode of Purple Vision. Yes, I may have moved out of Wellingborough, but Wellingborough still has my eye on it. So I'm here at Wellingborough Zoo Park. It used to be a zoo. I think it closed in 1973 due to certain animal rights laws and Mr. Stevenson running out of pennies because of the new laws coming in. It just wasn't maintainable. So anyway, now it's a beautiful park and there's loads of historical plaques going about that kind of represent everything that used to be here, even the old Monk's Abbey. I mean, we don't worry about this big grey blot in the landscape, but came by at the Wellingborough bus rally and I noticed all of these logs, which is quite horrific to be fair when you look at it. Now I did a picture post over on Facebook kind of just showing what it was. I kind of left my opinion out of it because I don't know if you remember when I came and filmed the back part of it where they've taken these from, I did actually mention that it would be good if that area got cleaned up and kind of redeveloped a little bit for us humans to walk. And I still stick by that because there's a penguin pit over there and it's quite brilliant to teach everything about the park and then walk the kiddywinks through the little bit of abandoned area so they feel like they're explorers down into the old penguin pit that's there. So I asked for it, but it looks really bad. Anyway, I've had someone come through on a beautiful message. So what I'm gonna do, because this is the whole area they've taken them from, I'm just gonna take a little walk in there, show you the penguin pit and also read over this guy's contribution because it's quite knowledgeful. I mean, I look at it and my actual opinion is it's a bit too much all too quickly. Now I get you need to open up space, let sunlight come down and then the little plants can all grow and do whatever they do. I get that. And some of the other trees have been left in there. So I can get that. But when you go on the other side, you'll notice it's a bit harder. So bear with me, someone wants to say hello. I'll be back in a minute.
A few moments later.
That's quite beautiful actually. There's a massive family over there having like a bit of a barbecue. It's on a high bit, it's not on the ground, it's not burning anything. And they've got a bottle of water there, so yeah, go for it. Yeah, I can smell it, it's absolutely hot. Yeah, so my opinion is it's a bit too much all too quick, to be fair. And you've got to think, there's bats in there. I used to come down and watch the bats all fly above my head. And for everything that's going on in Wellingborough, I think it's a little bit too, it's too drastic, too quick. You've got 3 major developments here in Wellingborough. It's supposed to be 33,000 homes all in all. And, you know, if they're digging up that kind of land and all the animals are moving about, they're going to be looking for havens like this. There's even a chance that the displacement, the wildlife displacement from up Stanton Cross or wherever else has already moved to this area, settled and then been kicked off again. That's my opinion. You may not agree with me, and you may not, but there are some key points. And if we don't want to sound like the Daily Mail or the Norfolk Telegraph and just skipping out bits, we need to give you both sides of the story. So I think this message that's actually come through, I mean, that's much. That's horrific. They were mentioning about trees falling on schools. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's just, oh, wow, look at it. Okay, we can try and fluff this up as much as we like, but that's a lot. You talk to the council, they will tell you that this has been done because of trees falling on the school, but also because of antisocial behaviour. Hooligans, absolute hooligans, got nowhere to live, have to take out a little tent and go camp out elsewhere. If you're going on about drug users, they're all in the multi-storey car park where they've actually got a roof over their head. Anyway, I hate that. I was homeless. I was living down in the middle of BMF nowhere. I didn't cause no grief. In fact, if anything, I benefited the area. And anyway, there's me rambling on. I think it's horrific. I mean, look, I can't even fluff that up. I really can't. So I'll just have to let this message do the trick. So, hello, Purple. I've met you before at some of the heritage railways. We did the works at Croyland Park. Just thought that instead of allowing people to vent their hate about the trees being felled like Daily Mail column, I thought I'd give you a bit of background. Thank you. Really appreciated. The Lombardy poplars are a fast-growing tree and inherently weak. That they are. They are. I mean, look at that one. That one snapped up there. Look, I remember that one last year. After the tornadoes, last year or the year before? Year before, I think. Yes. Fast-growing tree, inherently weak, and a number had snapped over winter, leaving the rest vulnerable and more exposed. So they were felled to stop more toppling into the school. Protect the kiddywinks, because that is Friar's School. They're a little disadvantaged when it comes to learning. I should have went in there, to be fair, with what I was going through. Definitely ADHD. They missed that at Hatton, didn't they? Anyway, right, the works in the woodland will prevent antisocial behaviour and allow a space where people could walk around the wood and appreciate the area, which is exactly what I said in previous zoo videos, which is why I can say my piece a little bit, but in the long run I bloody asked for it. Sorry, my bad. Also, allow light through to the woodland floor, increasing plant species diversity and wildlife, which thrives on a rich tapestry of habitats. All right, I expressed my opinion to him about, you know, it should have been done in stages. And he came back with another one. So for the woodland clearance, not a lot was actually taken out. Most of it was low-level elderberries, which we know grow like wildfire. In fact, there's a load over the back there I can see. Small regen and brambles. I would doubt if there was anything bigger than 8 inches was felled. The clearance effect was achieved by crowning, lifting the trees, as in removing the smaller, lower branches and clearing already fallen trees. It's a small area, so not much would be achieved by doing it in stages. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but where's the ecology report? Was there an ecology report done on this place, or is it like, oh no, we just need to get in there and rip it up? Anyway, the timber is from the poplars, which needed to be done as leaving one or two would leave the others more exposed. Hopefully there should be a nice understanding now, and more variant of plants instead of nettles and brambles. Dark woodlands don't harbour much life. I could drone on about the beauty of woodland edges and species diversity in some of the jobs we've done and how it's benefited butterflies, small mammals, etc. But it's quite dull. No, we want to hear about your projects. I'd like to. But if you go to the Coppice woodland, it's much more species rich than something you can't see or walk through. The works were done out of nesting season. Just. Although birds don't have calendars, so trees are checks as we go along. Bats need quite specific features, cracks at hollows to live in and clear drops to take flight. The trees we cleared in the wood would not be the size, and the poplars would not have features for bats. Then where would they live? The poplars would provide somewhere to live when the ivy's growing up it. Sorry, I have to go against you on that one a little bit. They were all climbed, so we looked in holes and crevices to be sure. I bet some of the old trees in the park would be good, but if I was a bat, I would go somewhere with less light pollution. This was the best they had. It was so covered over. Yeah, thank you for your message, Mr. Anonymous. He does want to remain anonymous, and I don't blame him, because there's a lot of idiots out there that kick off hate, and he don't need that because he's come through with information. I mean, before I used to walk up the back there, go past those trees where the logs are there, and then come down. We'll take a little walk through. Yeah, I know what you're saying about the bats, but if you look, Ivy's natural job is to climb up things and bring it down when it's ready. So it brings stuff down to the ground, so then it can be biodegraded by natural resources like bugs and woodlouse and copepods and and all that stuff. So that's the ivy's job. And when you've got loads of ivy up a tree, it actually creates these crevices for the bats to sit in. Because I sit down on this wall here and all the bats come out to me. It's quite pretty in there. I mean, it is nice to walk through here without anything. That's it. There was wild orchids around here as well. So my path would come down through that. Could have been here. So you come down there. It might be in there a little bit. Or is it that? Is it that? I mean, look at these little beauties. Yeah, the wild orchids, they were there. I mean, it is quite beautiful here, look. And the way families can still have their lunch. So the idea is, this area is going to be developed. They've had enough of the antisocial behaviour, and it is part of the zoo park. I don't know why this wasn't kind of upgraded before a little bit. There's a gravel. Oh, let's come out of the brook. You can see all the rubbish around here, look. So people have been camping and enjoying the space. I mean, say antisocial behaviour, it doesn't necessarily have to be druggy. Just be a couple of idiots that have just had enough of sitting at home in the heat when it's been really hot. Thought they'd grab themselves a couple of bevies, come down and have a little drink. In the middle of nowhere, but in the middle of somewhere. A lot of chipping gone on here. Wow. I mean, this bit here is good. I get that, because they've left quite a lot of the big trees, look. I like that. But that up by the school, that's too much. Anyway, look what we got. This is the old penguin pit. I suppose the end of our video. So I've always wondered about this. I mean, there's a drain cover at the top, but the way there's a wall in there. It would be good if the council put a bench on there, so then they can sit over and then look at the old penguin pit. So this used to be a bench. Yeah, the other stool bits are up there. So 1, 2, and 3 and 4. So you can sit around it. And then the fountain in the middle, which is also cool. There used to be a bridge. Dear council, if you're going to develop this little bit, please put in that old-fashioned bridge. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? There was a... I can't remember where it is. Where is it? It might be a little bit further up. But by the brook here somewhere is a load of brickwork. And it's part of the old bridge. But I can't seem... It's around there. I might have to go back on the other side just to show you where this bridge used to be. Oh yeah, but look, this is what it used to look like over there. It was all like this. Everything was all falling down and around. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Oh. Yeah, nearly fell over. Excuse me. So here, this used to be the old bridge. So you've got your bricks in here. So just here was an old bridge. So you'd be able to come into the park there where you had the lion enclosure there, and then you could come over this bit and see the penguins and walk that back part. Weren't expecting to do a video today. I just saw that comment come through and I thought, since it's Easter Sunday, I have to come over to Wellingborough anyway. I thought I'd get this filmed for you. Definitely it's a bit too much. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my bus back home, but I'm going to leave you with a little bit of footage from when I did a video with the zoo park. It will kind of show you what this was actually like. I'm sure I've got loads of photos as well before all of this. I'll be interested to see how it turns out over the next couple of years. I wonder if it'll be anything like the Redwell Spring. Well, the council got a company from well out of town to come in and obliterate it just to kind of open the brook back up. Well, the spring. And the spring looks really good now. Hopefully that'll happen here. I like all this wood chip. Might get some shrooms out of that. On that glorious bombshell, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of footage that don't look nothing like this now.
What would you like to wake up after having never gone to sleep? That was the before.
Hope that's enough facts for you. If you like the video, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you again for another episode. Purple Vision. Lovely.